Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. Hey y'all, what it do? What it do? Still with the camp, sound like a lamp. Big bounce out, bounced out, can't poke through the door. Here to talk this box, forget about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do it off yourself. Caught them in the fire line and be matter. Peak game, 84s on what's swing. All right, so Jermall Charlo stops Thomas LaManna. Top of the 6th round. It was a doctor, kind of like a medical stoppage. I guess they saw something within Thomas LaManna that, was unfit for him to keep fighting. I'd rather them let Jermall Charlo blitz that man and get that man out of there. But, hey, it is what it is, For starters, Jermall Charlo jab was crispy. That's one thing I say. His jab was money. He landed the jab at will on Thomas LaManna. Thomas LaManna to me couldn't even hurt Jermall Charlo. He didn't have anything for him. The way he was talking, I thought, man, like he gonna be able to come in there and especially him being at the weight a little longer than Charlo. I was thinking he was gonna bring the kitchen sink, the dining room table and everything. He didn't bring nothing. Jermall Charlo was able to back Thomas LaManna up. 3rd round. Land a hook and drop Thomas LaManna in the 3rd round. Of course, Thomas LaManna was able to get back up to his feet and finish out the round. 4th round, Charlo again, utilizing that jab, just looked strong, stayed on that front foot, and landed a lead hook to the top of Thomas LaManna's head, which messed up his OODA loop, and that boy dropped it low. I'm sorry. He dropped it low, man. The man dropped it low, but I was impressed because he dropped a low, pause, big pause on that, but he didn't go to the canvas. He was able to, kind of stay on his feet, so it wasn't a knockdown, right? Now, granted, you could argue that still should have been a knockdown, but it wasn't a knockdown. In the 5th round, Charlo, utilizing that jab again, set up that straight right and was able to punch through Thomas LaManna's guard and was able to drop him again. You see Thomas LaManna kind of get up and punch the canvas out of frustration. And then he finished out the round. He landed a good overhand right on Charlo at the end of the round. But, it didn't. Charlo started smiling. It didn't really affect him like that. And, that's where you see the top of round 6. When he was coming out the corner, you see the doctor come and evaluate him, look at his face, look at his eyes, and that's when they was able to basically say no mas. So it's a good comeback fight for Charlo, good tune-up fight. We were looking for Charlo to fight Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant did not get the job done. So what's next for Jermall Charlo? I think Jermall Charlo, man, need another tune-up. You know what I'm saying? I want him to basically come back and, get another tune-up in, or they could throw this wrench in a fight Resendez. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I feel like he need a tune-up. You know what I mean? He look a little slow. That's just my opinion. Kind of slow, kind of off. The only thing that was money to me was his jab. His jab was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But I know Charlo's more explosive than that. So that's why I'm sitting there saying he looked a little slow. It may be the weight. It may be in just the fight. Thomas LaManna just was, that easy. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't even look like Charlo was really trying. But, I just want him to get another tune-up in. I do think Jermall Charlo can go to 168 and make a lot of noise. I think he can possibly take over this division if, they move him in the right manner to get his feet basically back weighted within the division. But, like I said before, I think Jermall Charlo is he right there, man. And boxing is good when these Charlo brothers are in boxing. So I think if he's able to get another tune-up in and get his timing, get his rhythm down, I do believe that, he going to be able to put on more performances like this against higher competition at 168 pounds. So it's a great win for Charlo. Good to get his feet wet. Good and happy that the fact that he got his mental right. I'm glad to see that him and his brother, his family, everybody is gelling. You know, I'm glad to see that his mental is right, and that's the most important thing. And that boy representing that ace time, where it go down, where boys pop trunk with the fifth on recline. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.